beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Teste som. Eu acho que agora, bora ver se saiu. Tive que ativar aqui o microfone, será? Será que saiu? Ativar. Pelo visto. Bom, salve aí galera, recapitulando aqui, né, vamos fazer uma livezinha desse Alan Wake aqui 2, né, o jogo de avaliação da PS Plus. Esse jogo eu acho que é de terror, e a PS Plus liberou 2 horas e meia de gameplay pra gente. A gente vai fazer a live de 2 horas e meia aqui mais ou menos, e você já chega, deixa seu like, compartilha a live com os amigos, e vamos ver aqui se a gente vai pegar susto, como é que é a parada nesse jogo aqui, beleza? Bom, começamos aqui a play, né? Com um cara peladão aqui no meio do pântano, aqui no meio do nada, né? Vamos ver que não sei nem pra onde é que tem que ir, velho. Vamos lá. Peladão, esse aqui é o Alan Wake, deve ser o cara, né? Ó, aqui é o meio do pântano aqui que eu tô aqui. Aqui, ó, aproximo a câmera, né? Ih, vai dar merda, hein? Tô sentindo que vai dar merda. Eu acho que o áudio tá ok aí, tá ok? Vamos ver. Na última live de Wukong, meu áudio não saiu porque eu não tinha descobrido isso aqui, né? Agora eu descobri. Por favor, tá me ouvindo? Essa a treta, ó, tem uns caras ali em cima, né? Vamos lá. Me ajude, por favor, tô pelado. Ih, mas tu não corre, não? Não anda? Não, anda ele anda, né? Tá andando. Não anda mais rápido, né? O jogo começa top, né? Te joga peladão no meio do nada. Pelados, só me sentindo no Pelados e Largados aqui, né? Aquele reality. Largados e pelados, largados e pelados, pelados e largados. E pelada. Começou. Ai, caralho! Porra é essa? E acho. Assustar o cão. Ixi, mano, tá chutando voz, hein? Você pode ativar para correr. Corre, mano. Só corre agora. Vai, mano. Pega o beco, vaza daí. Perda é essa? Diabo é isso, mano. Corre, mano. Corre, corre. Que além de correr perigo, tu ainda tá pelado. E agora? Que isso, mano? Socorro! Me ajuda! Que isso, samurai? Tá, mano. O cara me baleou, mano. Posso dar pelo menos uma remada nele? Me ajuda aí, velho. Pronto, me mataram, te fatiaram. Eita. Ganhei um troféu pra morrer. Tempo de caça. Eita, bicho, ó, uma seita, mano. Né? Satânico o negócio. Bagaçaram com o Alan aí, mano. Acho que é o Alan esse aí, né? O negócio é satânico aqui, mano. O bagulho é doido. Alan. 8. 2. Oxi. Oh my god. Aí, ó. Vai rolar cutscene agora, hein?
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show
Aí,
us the crime scene.
vamos ter que investigar a morte do doidão do peladão lá, pelo visto, né? Ó, a gente é essa moça aí do FBI, né?
I'll check out that map.
Beleza, vamos lá. Convite. É tudo nenhum. Vamos lá. Aí já tem um mapa. Mapa para executar.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
É que eu ative o mapa. Ativei. Tem um mapa aqui, né? Beleza. Por enquanto não tem nada de interessante nesse mapa. Vamos entrar no matagal aqui, onde foi que o cara morreu, né? O peladão morreu. Vamos investigar, vamos investigar. Agente Casey, Sheriff Breaker disse que você viria assumir o caso. Você acertou em parte.
Anderson?
Anderson? Eu aqui mando
Saga
aqui.
Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, The federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Beleza, vamos lá ver o corpo, né? Agora a gente, depois que esse cara entregou toda a parada, a gente vai lá. Cara, olha o gráfico. O gráfico é top, né, velho? Muito top. Do maior valor em jogo assim, que tem ambientação. Uma ambientação bonita, assim. Ixi, deu merda, hein? E ela teve uma visão, hein?
My version of the mind palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case.
Teve alguma visão.
Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Bom, basicamente esse é um jogo de investigação, né? A gente tem que verificar situações do caso da morte das vítimas aqui e tal. Então é tipo um jogo de detetive, né? Daqueles de investigação que tem, né? Ó, o jogo é bem trabalhado, ó, gráfico, ó, tudo direitinho, ó. Tem um negócio de vinho aqui, vou tomar um vinho. Bebedouro, ó, acho bem bacana esses detalhes quando o jogo é bem trabalhado, né? Muito bom, muito bom. Bom, no caso ali já foi, então vamos sair fora, né? Beleza, vamos continuar aqui a exploração.
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old. Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Agora eu percebi que dá pra correr, né? Então vamos correndo, né? Porque andando demora demais, né? Vamos correndo, vamos correndo.
Not a
Fazendo
bad
um
place to get
clipezinho.
murdered.
Porque o lugar é longe, é grande, né?
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had
Isso aí
sense to
tá
put up a tarp?
satânico, era no meio do nada mesmo, né?
Next coffee's on me.
Cadê minha lanterna? Cadê minha lanterna?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Opa, tem um cara
Deputy
aqui, mano.
Thornton, I take it.
Esse que é o Tommy, é?
Me, at your service, ready to
E
get
aí?
this case solved. Now the body's behind the store.
O que está atrás de não sei o que. Tá, é? FBI, é? Ah, aqui que tá o corpo, né? Ah, esta é a cena do crime. Vamos ver. Ih, ó.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a
Que
coffee.
tá lacerado aí
Let's
mesmo.
start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse.
E agora? Tem que fazer o passo a passo de onde ele veio, né? Eu sei que veio da água, né? Daquele lago, né?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger. Wanna start by inspecting the body, Anderson?
Vamos ver. Vamos por aqui ver se tem. Aqui deve estar trancado, né? Opa, tem um negócio com uma senha aqui, né? Não abre. Abre?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions
Ah, tem
pertaining
gente aí,
to an
será?
investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too. Need the key. Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
É a pura investigação mesmo, né? Ó, aí eu vou
The
ter
killer
que
left the heart right next to the
apurando todos
body.
os fatos, né? E aí que o
Incise
bicho
stab
foi
wound.
as
Chest
tripas
cut
dele.
open. Heart removed.
Lesão, perfurou, não sei o que, não sei o que, né? Morreu, bicho, morreu. E morreu.
No. Sure. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about. Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Vamos coletar todas as pistas aqui, né? Que a gente tem que descobrir um pouco mais da vítima agora, né?
Someone was drinking beer.
Ó,
They
chama
spent
ele
time here,
uma coisa.
waiting.
O pessoal os assassinos, né? Da tomaram o vinho aqui, né? Tomaram uma cachaçinha pra matar o
Someone
cara,
left in
né?
a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
E aqui é o quê? Que isso aqui? É um rifle, é?
Was it for a camera?
É. O que mais a gente pode descobrir aqui na cena do crime? Esse cara é suspeito, né? Você
Any
identificou a
idea who the
vítima?
victim is?
Esse cara é
Oh, I sure
suspeito. Pra
do.
mim, ele é suspeito.
His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about
Era do
15
FBI e
years
veio
ago.
para cá há 13 anos
I
atrás.
haven't
Ah, o
heard
cara,
anything about him since.
a vítima era do FBI, né? O gordão aí, o peladão.
Robert Nightingale?
Robert Knight,
Yes,
nome
you
dele.
probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh,
Homem da
and
lei.
sisters.
Esse cara é... Pra mim, ele é suspeito, hein? Vamos lá. Esse Tom aqui, Tom. A vítima Robert Knight visto pela última vez. Esse Tom aqui é suspeito, hein? Vamos botar ele aí. Assassino. Vamos botar assassino? Aí eu posso colocar esse Tom aqui. Aí. Aqui. Pronto. Vítima. Vítima. Sei.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Mais de um agressor presente em cena bagunçada, crime passional. Onde aqui é de vendar o crime. Vamos voltar lá, pra cena do crime. Tu é suspeito, mano. Ficar de olho em ti, viu? Vamos ver o que a gente descobre mais aqui. Deixa eu pra cá. Se eu acho alguma coisa aqui. Ó, aqui tem mais coisa, ó. Cheio aqui. Que é isso aqui, mano?
A creepy twig sculpture?
Cobertura.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this
Eu
thing.
ia procurar o jeito de abrir. Ó, tem um baú trancado aqui, né? Tem uma senha aí, mas eu não sei qual é a senha, né? Vamos ver. Ixi, vou ter que desvendar essa senha. Vou ter que descobrir essa senha. É confuso? Siga as etapas. Lavar mãos, tirar frango da geladeira, tirar soneca. Lavar mãos, tirar frango da geladeira. E ferrou. Alguma coisa vai me dizer como é que é esse negócio aí.
See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Vamos entrar. Cara, era cachaceira, muita garrafa de cerveja aqui, mano. Ó, bicho era bagunça. Acho bagunceiro, hein? Achei uma pista, hein? Ó. Achei uma aqui. Um triângulo pra cima e um triângulo pra baixo. Uma já foi. Opa, achei outra aqui, cadê? Aqui, ó. Pra cima e pra baixo também, mais retinho. Isso aqui é meu cuidado, né? Ó, achei aqui, ó. Duas setas pro lado. Ixi, achei mais outra aqui. Agora qual é qual? Fudeu. Que sirva de aviso aos demais invasores. Dizem que o lago é uma cadeira, algo formado por uma erupção vulcânica, ou ou as cavidades que ele produz. Mas se não for verdade, e se for outra coisa, algo menos natural e muito mais criado pela humanidade internacional. Eu acho que o lago não foi formado, foi projetado. E aqui tem um propósito. O lago é um esconderijo subsuperfície. Cadê? Deixa eu dar o zoom aqui. Ah, então tem alguma coisa lá no lago. Aí tá dizendo aqui que é tipo um esconderijo, né? Interessante. Vamos investigar o lago.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Vamos ver o lago, vamos ver o lago. Tá cheio dessas marcas aqui, né?
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Fazendo carinho no viado. Vamos investigar o lago.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find.
Acabei de achar uma casa mal assombrada, né? Tá fazendo barulho aqui. Vamos investigar, né? O de casa. A janela aqui tá fazendo barulho. Eita, bicho, ó. É casa do... É casa de macumba aqui, mano, ó. Cabeça de bode. Vela. Meio cabuloso o negócio aqui mesmo, hein? Uma corda aqui pro cara se enforcar. Esse aqui. Eu não quero ver o mapa, não. Deixa eu sair de perto do mapa aqui. Lembre-se que você pode acessar o mapa. Ó, até o bichinho que era o daqui é a cabeça de bode, cabeça de viado, de cervo aqui, de esqueleto, né? Decomposição aqui. Sai fora daqui, sai fora daqui. Essa casa não é de Deus. Bora.
Sure. The North Side Slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Sexta-feira, Mitty me falou que hoje que a família dela está de mudança. Que chato. Eu ainda nem falei que gosto dela. Que adianta agora? Ela disse que os pais querem achar emprego melhor e botar ela numa escola melhor da cidade grande. Acho que faz sentido. Quem quer ficar na merda da Breeding Fall? Ah, tem mais uma aqui, né? Domingo. Falei pra ela, ela disse obrigado, quero morrer. Segunda. Dei uma escapulida ontem à noite de novo. Fui até a casa grande perto do lago e em vez de ficar só olhando aqui, como eu sempre faço, em vez de ficar à toa, como eu sempre fico, dane-se. Enfim, está acontecendo alguma coisa esquisita lá. Vou descobrir o que é. Volto lá amanhã com equipamentos melhores. Aposto que consigo dar um jeito de entrar na construção. Tirar umas fotos e vai ser épico. Morreu, com certeza, é isso.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies. Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Cheguei no lago, galera. Vamos ver qual é a bronca nesse lago aqui, tá? Não posso passar mais pra cá. Ou vou ter que rodear ele aqui. A física do jogo não me permite avançar pra lá. Tem que rodear esse lago então aqui. Não é pra cá. Eu não posso ir. Ó, não posso seguir. A física do jogo não permite eu avançar aqui. Deixa eu olhar o mapa. Tô aqui, né? Então vou descer para esse ponto aqui. Vamos lá. O que a gente consegue achar aqui de pista. Opa, tem alguma coisa aqui. Ai, é uma história gigante aqui. Não interessa. Vamos lá. Está batendo vindo uma neblina daí, né? E aí eu vou... Agora eu vou aqui para essa parte aqui, né? Vamos ver se a gente encontra alguma coisa lá.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, eh?
I mean, my daughter.
Os caras são meio lunáticos nesse jogo. O cara tem um livro de OVNI, né? Guia definitivo para avistar OVNI, né? Objetos voadores não identificados. Uma parada meio alien aqui, né? Estou escrevendo isso para caso de acontecer de novo eu esquecer. E eu esquecer, tive aquela sensação de novo. Bateu de repente a 1h15, depois que eu terminei minha ama na varanda de trailer, né? Entrei no carro e saí dirigindo, indo atrás dela. A noite estrelada, pouca lua, como eu esperava. Fui levado até o Cauldron Lake depois de Bridgefall. Tentei achar o lugar certo, a emoção certa e o pensamento certo e a combinação que alinharia tudo para funcionar. Morrendo de medo de funcionar, não fui, não desta vez, frustrado, mas aliviado. Isso aqui é só um conto do cara aqui. Só um relato. E aqui o que? Munição? Munição, precisa de munição, né? O que achou do tricô? Figura heróica? Foi feito especialmente para você. Aí é
Hey, Logan's birthday
E a investigação continua.
I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back into reading.
Welcome back, Anderson.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark.
Pá, bicho é macumbeira, ó. Agora ela vai usar. Ela vai usar o mundo espiritual a favor dela, ó. Vai perguntar pra essa entidade aí o que aconteceu. Ih, bicha macumbeira. Vamos ver o outro aqui. Homem homicida ritual. Ó.
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person.
Eita macumbeira.
Like a container for something. I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it. Did you get lost, Anderson?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Maybe I should call David, see how Logan's doing.
They're fine, Anderson. What's got you so worried?
I just feel bad being gone so long. I've never taken a case this far from them.
They can manage without you for a few days.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? Doesn't look right. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm, like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Eita, que o negócio tá ficando pesado. Vamos lá. Agora eu vou ter que falar com o espírito de novo, né? Aqui na mesa, falar com ele. Aí aqui a página, né? Vamos lá. Vamos ver o que ele tem pra falar.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction.
Good.
From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find. That's not right. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
This is a good case so far, don't you think?
Cases aren't good or bad, Anderson. They're just cases.
Okay, sure, but you have to admit, this one is particularly interesting. Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the tap.
Deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I need bolt cutters.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
We'll take care of that for you. Don't you worry about that. Proper police work. You can trust us like you can trust the...
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hey there.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had?
See you around!
Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. And it is sweating suit, isn't it? Charlene, are you as comfortable as I am?
You don't think the amount of hot, caffeinated beverages you downed has anything to do with it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh dear. Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
I'm gonna guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Hi!
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. Don't take your mind off things. Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all. This is exactly why I hate small town.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me? This mug always cheers me up. The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one. Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Hi.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. It won't open. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. Can't be opened on this side. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water, post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? Same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Que agora o negócio ficou bom agora sim deu uma açãozinha aqui no jogo, né? Tá. Abriu.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. He's coming. Need to be in the light.
Agora lascou, meu parceiro tá riado. Eu não tenho arma. Ou tem? Aí também pegou. Ah, não, velho. Ih, morreu. Tem que ser rápido, mano. Tem que sair fora daqui.
I need to get into the light. Now. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. He knocked my gun out of the room. I need to find it. He's coming. Need to be in the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go!
Eita, que o negócio ficou tenso agora aqui. Quase que eu tive uma parada cardíaca aqui, esse gordo me perseguindo aqui. Bom, eu acho que acabou aqui, né, o teste, né? E agora vamos ver se ainda vai ter alguma coisa. Já tem 2 horas e 5 minutos de gameplay. Diz aqui que acabou o primeiro capítulo, mas vamos ver se ainda vai ter mais alguma coisa após essa cutscene aí. Se não tiver, obrigado por quem assistiu até aqui, deixa o likezão, compartilha a live com os amigos e a gente se vê na próxima live do canal aqui de jogos do Play 5 aqui, testando a Deluxe, a PS Plus Deluxe.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared. We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. Ugh.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale. Into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. I can't get through this. Can't be opened on this side.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me.
That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right.
They're a fine pair.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. If only had a tour guide also. There. Oh no.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Costco Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experience. At affordable prices. That's right. I'm Emil Costco about the best coffee roasters last tour guide by Coffee World Magazine. And I'm here to give you a tour of a lifetime. But you know, I've heard the government has the stringent taxes and local rates.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The The page says nightingales in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.